All rise for support court with Judge Van der Bee. Judge, this is case number JVB1069, Franklin case.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
You all may be seated. Okay, Ms. Franklin, you brought this case before the court. What's going on?
Yes, ma'am. Thank you, Judge Vonda. My son was killed 3 months ago. I have a granddaughter that's 9 years old. I've had custody of her since she was a baby. After his death and funeral, Kim decides she wants to come to my house and remove her. Brought the police to my house.
After the funeral?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, Your Honor. She did. She did that. As traumatic as it was for me and my family, she decided to remove Rakisha with the police, caused a scene, which she's done in the past. I'm here today for grandparents' rights.
The courtroom opens on a deeply emotional note. Miss Franklin, a grieving grandmother, explains that she's had custody of her granddaughter since birth. Her son, the child's father, was killed 3 months ago. But the real twist? Just after the funeral, the child's biological mother, Kim, showed up with the police, demanding to take the girl. Not only did she cause a scene, but Miss Franklin says she's barely been around for 9 years. Now she wants full custody and child support from Kim, who she describes as someone with a troubled past and manipulative tactics.
Granddaughter since she was a baby, she doesn't even know who this lady is. She knows that she's her mother, but as far as knowing who she is, and with her lengthy past, when I say
When
lengthy,
you say lengthy past, what do you mean by that?
drugs, drinking, fighting, beating the system.
Beating the system.
Yes.
How did she do that?
Welfare, food stamps, housing, anything that's not legal, she's done.
But Rakisha, I said her name right.
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, she lives with you.
Yes, Your Honor.
And prior to your son's death, did your son live with you too, or was Rakisha just living with you?
Only Rakisha, absolutely not. He could not live with me.
Okay, I understand.
But
so how was she getting benefits if her daughter lived with you?
Because, as I mentioned earlier, both of them love to beat the system, and they used my grandchild against me and my husband just so that they can continue to beat the system. I did put my son on child support.
Okay.
That I absolutely did.
Miss Franklin isn't holding back. She claims both her late son and Kim were notorious for beating the system, welfare abuse, housing scams, and more. She accuses Kim of using her own daughter as leverage to continue those schemes. What's more, she says when Kim came to her home, she falsely accused her of threats and violence. According to Miss Franklin, she never made threats. She just said Smith & Wesson might answer the door. Heavy.
And now you're wanting child support from mom.
I want child support and full custody of my granddaughter.
Okay. Is there anything else you want me to know before I move over to her?
Oh, absolutely, yes. When she brought the police to my house, she told them that I threatened her, and she threatened me. She threatened to kill me. I said, absolutely not, Your Honor. What I told her when she called, I told her, I said, you know what? If you come over here, I'm not going to be in control. Smith & Wesson going to be in control.
Oh, okay. Well, it didn't get that far, did it?
Well, it didn't, because the police drug her from my front yard.
Oh, okay. And I'm sorry for your loss as well.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Okay, is there anything else you need me to know before I move over to her?
No, Your Honor.
Okay. I didn't catch your last name. I just heard your first name is Kim.
That's what I want to say. I'm a fan. It's Kim Bourgeois.
Bourgeois.
Yes.
How do you spell it?
Boudure.
Oh, okay. Is that French?
Yes.
Okay. Well, can I call you Lady B?
Yes.
I
Or
think
you can
I'll
call me
butcher
Kim. You can call
Kim.
me Miss
Okay,
Kim.
I think I'll butcher that last name too much.
Okay.
Okay, so is all of what she's saying true? You had a history with drugs, drinking. She said you're cheating the system, getting welfare. What it sounds like is that your daughter has been living with her this entire time.
When Judge Vanderby turns to Kim, the mother doesn't deny her past. She admits to drug use and other issues, but insists she's changed. She says it's 2022, and she wants to be in her daughter's life again. She even tries to defend her decision to bring police by saying she just wanted her daughter back. But let's be clear, she hasn't raised this child, hasn't provided financial support, and suddenly wants full custody after a funeral? That's not a smooth re-entry plan.
I mean, is what she's saying true?
The whole thing is, it's the past, you know.
So it is true. The answer is yes.
Some of it is, yeah.
Okay, which part of it is true?
As far as maybe some of the illegal drug activity that her son and I both partake in, you know, some of that is true, but as far as the food stamps and all that, it's not. She's just going by hearsay, by what people are telling her, just using that, you know, in this case. As I stated, well, excuse me, as she stated, as far as coming to get my kids, you know, with the police and stuff, that's true.
Okay.
Because I need Rakisha, excuse me, to come and be with her mom. You know, she's getting older, and so is she, you know. So
That wasn't nice. She's been taking care of your daughter. So what difference would it make if she's getting older?
she has been, again, all these words are past tense. It's 2022, and it's time for my daughter to come home with me.
But she hasn't lived with you.
She hasn't, because I was working on my career and getting myself together, you know, so I can be the mom that I need to be. And, you know, I've done that. And unfortunately, you know, Ricky passed, you know, rest his soul. And it's time for my daughter to come home with her mother.
Okay.
I'm not the woman that I used to be, Your Honor.
All right. But you are still the woman she doesn't know, your daughter, right?
Well, actually,
Kim says she's been talking to her daughter for a few months now, trying to rebuild their relationship. But Judge Vanderby hits her with a hard truth. You're a stranger to this child. While Kim argues she's no longer the woman she used to be, that doesn't change the fact that her daughter has grown up without her. Emotional reconnections aren't enough to override 9 years of absence.
4 or 5 months now.
Talking to her about what?
Talking to her, letting her know, you know, first of all, reaching out, letting her know that it's unfortunate that our dad passed, and letting her know that I want us to get our relationship together. I want to be the nurturing mother that, you know, that she needs.
Okay. So as of right now, you're a stranger, right?
I wouldn't necessarily say strangers.
Well, it's not necessarily what you want to say. It's what the facts say. You're a stranger to this child that
Well,
you
as I
came
stated,
and attempted to remove from her caretaker, right?
She's been taking care of her, yes, and I commend her for that. But my daughter needs to be with her mother.
All right, but you do understand that your daughter needs to be in an environment that's stable, where she is familiar with the person that is taking care of her.
Okay, she has to get familiar with her. I am working. I, make good money. I've been paying insurance, so it's not
Let's
like
talk
I've been
about that.
totally out the picture.
Let's talk about that. How much money do you make?
About 70,000.
70,000. How much, you say insurance as well?
Yes, I pay $170 a month.
All right. How much of that have you given to grandmother? And it's not a hard question if you...
Kim claims she makes $70,000 a year and pays $170 monthly for health insurance. But when asked how much of that she's contributed to her daughter's care, her answer is clear: nothing. The judge's response? Sharp and direct. Insurance alone isn't parenting. Grandma has done all the work, and Kim only stepped forward when the father passed away. The court isn't impressed.
done anything. I mean...
Well, I can say none then. Let's just, be done with it. None.
So you make all of this money and you haven't given grandmother anything for your daughter?
Well, her dad has been taking care of the child support and everything up until this
Right,
point.
but what were you doing?
I was paying the insurance.
Okay. So you were paying the insurance.
Yeah.
Your daughter living with someone else.
Well, she the one wanted to raise her.
But ma'am, it is your daughter.
It's my daughter. You know, I paid the insurance. She wanted a raise. When the dad did the child support, we all just did our part.
You obviously came here to waste my time.
Not really. I mean,
It sounds like it. It sounds like you're trying to evade the obligation of paying child support or paying any type of financial support for this child
I'm paying
because
the-
you want to do what you want to do. Insurance is not sufficient, ma'am. Grandmother can pay insurance if she needed to,
but she hasn't.
well, she can't do it without a modification to your court order. That's the reason she's here.
Okay, so can my daughter go home with me?
No, she cannot. She is going to stay and remain with the person who's always taking care of her. You haven't said anything different to support that grandmother has not been doing the job you should have been doing.
The judge calls it out. You came here to waste my time. Kim clearly wants custody, but she's not bringing proof of stability or consistent involvement. Her justification is that the father paid child support before, but that's not enough. Parenting isn't just about who pays the bills, it's about showing up. And so far, Kim has only shown up when it's convenient.
What we're going to do is, based on your own testimony, and I believe you told the truth,
I did.
$70,000 a year, and that's giving you credit with the $170 health insurance. Your gross is $5,663. That brings your net to $4,613. You have one child, correct?
Yes.
Okay. All right, 20% of that brings your monthly child support obligation to $923. And as I stated, you are still to maintain the health insurance.
That's over $1,000.
And no, it's not. It's under $1,000.
So 9 something plus the 170?
No, you got credit. The
Oh, okay,
170
okay,
was
okay,
given
okay.
in your gross. So you got credit for that. $923 a month. It's what's fair. It's what's in the best interest of your daughter. Your daughter is going to remain with her grandmother.
Okay, so, okay.
Anything else? You had a question?
I'm just gonna keep it to myself.
Oh, okay. You might.
Based on Kim's own admission of her income, the court calculates her child support at $923 per month, while requiring her to continue paying for insurance. But Kim tries to argue it's over $1,000 when the judge already factored insurance into the gross income. Another example of how she's trying to sidestep full responsibility. The judge keeps it professional and sets the amount clearly.
All right. Anything further pertaining to this case?
That's it, Your Honor.
Okay. Anything further, Ms. Franklin?
Yes, Your Honor. This lady just sit here and perjured the court. She has 3 other children that lives with 3 other different daddies.
Oh, wow.
And you know, she had more miles on her than Route 1604.
Okay. Well, Ms. Franklin, hold on one second. Do you have other children?
Yes.
So why didn't you say that?
Because, you know, unfortunately, like Rakisha, they live with their dads and their other parent, you know, other side of the family too.
Are you paying child support for them as well?
No.
No. Oh, okay. So you're just not doing anything.
I'm paying insurance for them too.
Oh, right. So beyond insurance, you haven't done anything for them. Is that what I'm hearing? How many other children do you have?
3.
So you have 3 other children. We have to manipulate your child support amount.
So it should.
Then, another bomb drops. Miss Franklin reveals that Kim has 3 other children with 3 different fathers, none of whom she's currently supporting. When the judge asks Kim about them, she admits those kids live with their fathers or other relatives, and again, she's only paying for insurance. This leads to an adjustment in her support payment to $680 based on multiple dependents. But even that win comes with a reality check from the judge. You're going to have to answer to your kids one day.
3.
So you have 3 other children. We have to manipulate your child support amount. So
So it should be lower.
let's see. Let's see how much lower it'll be. All right. Your child support is lower. It went to $680.
Oh, okay. Should have kept your mouth shut.
No, you know, first of all, that was rude. Secondly, she's being honest. You are not being honest. But that's okay. You don't have to be honest with me because you know what? One day you're going to have to answer to each of your children. And that is going to be your battle to fight with them.
Well, at least they'll know I took care of them by paying their insurance.
Oh, okay. And they'll also know you're a stranger. If there's nothing further, you all are dismissed.
Thank you, Your Honor.
You're
Thank
welcome.
you, Your Honor.
The final ruling. Kim will pay $680 per month in child support, continue providing health insurance, and the child will remain with the grandmother. The judge closes with a powerful reminder that being biologically related doesn't equal being a parent. Love, consistency, and responsibility matter. And in this case, Ms. Franklin has shown all three. Court is adjourned, but the consequences are just beginning for everyone involved.